So welcome back to the list analysis of Blood Angels and my competitive series, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Press the bell button down below so you don't miss an update. And if you'd like early access to battle reports, check us out on Patreon. There's a lot of extra goodies on there as well, and you can stay up to date with everything as I'm getting it painted. But yeah, let's have a look at the list. Right, guys, so here we go. This was list number 3.5. I didn't get the Librarian with the jump pack out because Mephiston was already done. I kind of wanted a practice run with him. I've already played a game with this list now against Ian's Dark Angels. His list was substantially better, but I think I played with this list quite well. There's a few things I liked and a few things I didn't like. So obviously we'll talk about those and look at what changes. First of all, I added an extra Marine in here. Because of points, by adding Mephiston in and losing a couple of the other guys, of course, I still had a few points left over because the priest is still there, so I added an extra Marine and an extra Sanguinary Guard, so I had 8th Guard along with the extra Devastator Marine. Devastators are pretty cool, using Hellfire and the Signum from the Sergeant, along with the Cherub, which I haven't painted yet. Basically meant that I could do 2d3 mortal wounds with the heavy bolter, so it was definitely worth it. I feel the scouts did very well with area denial and scoring objectives, and in particular they did very well against his Reavers that charged in against my scouts. Blood Angel scouts can hold their own as long as they don't suffer from too many weight of dice attacks. Even against Marines, they're fair. The Intercessors did alright. The Priest actually kept this squad alive quite a bit, which was good. Kept replenishing the Marine every turn. Ideally, I would have preferred only the Sanguinary Guard, but I didn't get to do that. The Sanguinor didn't really do as much as what I'd hoped he would do because he ended up out of place compared to where I ended up dropping the Sanguinary Guard. So he didn't get to do much. Mephiston was a beast, getting Wings of Sanguinius and quickening him off on himself, and of course Slam was an absolute animal as well. However, the first turn charge, because of that invuln bubble from Azrael, I spent a lot of command points and killed 6 Hellblasters. But it did mean that, of course, the Hellblasters weren't shooting next turn, and Ian then forced most of his army to shoot at Mephiston and Slam. Yes, I lost them, but I still had the rest of my army firing away. And of course, I still had the threat of the Sanguinor and the Sanguinary Guard to come down as well. The Bolter Inceptors consistently put out firepower against Reavers, which were helping the Scouts hold objectives. These guys are dropped in and they all died, but they took out a squad of Reavers. Not worth the points, because, yeah, I killed a squad of Reavers and lost myself, but it kept them away from the Scouts and managed to get the Scouts basically to score 3 points for sitting on their objective. The Sanguinary Guard did better, I suppose, especially because they were re-rolling hits with the Sanguinary Ancient being the Warlord. Now, I did pick Speed of the Primarch as the Warlord trait. I'm not going to go with that in future because people can interrupt after he's fought, and I don't want that. So I'm probably going to go for Artisan of War. He did have a Power Axe in the game, but I've ripped it off and put Power Fist on for the next list, and I haven't remagnetized the axe yet. So that is what the list is. I feel that these guys would have benefited from a captain being nearby to reroll the ones. I absolutely should have had that, but obviously playing very aggressive with Slam. I did pay an extra 2 command points to get the Animus Vitae. For me, it wasn't worth it. I'd spent 3 before the game, or 4 rather, and over the course of the next 9 command points, I only rolled 1 5+. So, is it worth it? I don't know. Let us know what you think. But let us have a look at list number 4. So here we go. List 4 has not changed much at all. Basically, the Sanguinary Priest and a guard have gone to get in a second Captain Slam. So this was Haldor Ice Pelt originally. And of course we've stuck a Blood Angel shoulder pad on, we've given him a Thunder Hammer, and of course the magnetised Storm Shield from the other Slam because he's fully magnetised. He's got his Deathmasker Sanguinius head, and you know, he's pretty cool. So that is my second captain. So the plan is the one with the Angel's Wing will push forward. He'll be me turn 1 to charge and strike. Mephiston and Sanguinor are still there to strike hard as well. This guy will kind of hang back just a little bit as a little bit of a deterrent. It'll hopefully give reroll 1s to basically this bit of a fire base. And then when the time comes when I lose this Slam or Mephiston or Sanguinor, he'll then jump forward and start dishing out some damage as well. So I may not spend a CP to take Death Visions on him. It's handy, but you know, he's there as insurance, not as what this guy's going to do and basically jump forward and smash stuff. I like the Sanguinor, just don't go against things with really good inruns, because that sword at -4 is beautiful. And of course, giving an extra attack to the Sanguinary Guard or the Captain and Mephiston is an absolute must. But just don't chuck them against somebody with a decent inrun. I would say, you know, when I played against Ian, I got 5 wounds in on Azrael, and Ian passed all of his saves. So, yeah. So this is where the list stands at the moment. I've got a practice game with it Friday night, which is tomorrow as of the point of recording. And basically, the tournament is Saturday morning, and this is the list that I've submitted to the tournament. So, fingers crossed we'll do okay. You will see the battle report with the previous list next week. You'll then see the battle report with list 4 at the same time as you'll see the tournament review. And then after that, I'll do my thoughts on this list. See if we can refine it again. There's still a few things that I think that we can do. I think maybe dropping the Intercessors for a couple of more scouts. And I think swap the Devastator squad and the Inceptors around a little bit. I think we could probably get another HQ in there and one more elite to get an extra command point. Now, I'm thinking Librarian Dreadnought. I think they're pretty good, but they're just thoughts at the moment. And then, of course, we'd have to take a third elite choice as well. So that's the thoughts. Let me know what you think. Where would you go from here?